record. So I want to welcome you all for coming today and invite you to take part in the discussion. But if you could please raise your hands and keep yourselves on mute if you've raised your hand until you're asked to speak. I'm a teacher, retired, and the one rule we had in our classroom is that nobody spoke unless they raised their hand and waited till they were spoken to. So that's my rule. And I'm Christine Till, as in till we meet again. And I call myself a marketing mentress online. And I have been a LinkedIn coach for over 13 years now. And it all came about as a result of me being fired from my last job at 61. You try getting another job when you're over 60. They don't want you. Definitely don't want you. So after the floodgates closed, I went to my oldest son, Michael. We have 8 kids, and our 2 oldest boys are programmers. They got this enamoration, or however you can say, in school when they first launched the Apple IIe. I don't know if any of you remember the Apple IIe, but that was the first computer we had in our house. And anyway, they started learning how to do programming online, and they were both in the honor students at school and were way ahead of their class. So we got permission from their dean and from the dean of the local college and the high school principal to give them permission to go to attend programming classes at the college. So they taught me how to start using LinkedIn, because by the time I was fired from my job, my oldest son was working for Microsoft, and he was a lead programmer and headed up teams of programmers. And he used LinkedIn to find engineers, software engineers, to work on his different teams. And so he learned some secrets and taught me some secrets to LinkedIn. And the biggest kept secret to LinkedIn is in the groups. That's the biggest secret on LinkedIn. And a lot of people do not know that there are groups on LinkedIn. So here, I'm going to show you today how to set up a killer profile, I call it, and then how to use the groups, okay? Now, the reason I'm doing that this way today is because there's quite a few people who have mentioned to me throughout this last couple of weeks that they really need help with LinkedIn. So I want to make sure that I cover the profile and the groups today. And then hopefully we'll have some time to go into creating surveys. Okay? Makes sense? Can I have thumbs up if it makes sense? Awesome. I also want to tell you that if you want to show thumbs up, yes, Christy, you got it. You can go into where it says reactions, and it says recognize hand gestures, and you can clap, you can do thumbs up, you can do hearts, you can do confetti, whatever, and it works great. So here I'm going to share my screen, and get right down to brass tacks here. So there's my profile. I'm not saying that my profile is perfect, but my profile is written in such a way as to attract people that are trying to build a business of their own from their computer, right? And so many people think that LinkedIn is just for people who are looking for work or companies who are looking to hire people. Yes, those kinds of people are on there. But here's 5 reasons why we need to be using LinkedIn. Number 1, the average income of people on LinkedIn is between 76 and 86,000 annually, American. Now, I got these stats from my son, who is Michael, who is really big into statistics, because he has to know statistics and study different, how should I say, different categories of people and users of internet because of the software programs that they developed at Microsoft. He's at a different company now, but I don't want to say the name. I don't want to get him into trouble. And because he's 53. And that's another thing I discovered. People are being let go of their jobs in their 50s because the companies do not want to have to pay them their pension. You can't sue a company for your pension if you get let go when you're in your 50s. But if they let you go when you're over 60, then you can turn around and sue them for your pension when you turn 65. So we won't go into any more details on that at the moment, unless you have questions about it later. So here's the thing. All the average income of people on LinkedIn is between 76 and 86,000 annually, right? The average income of executives on LinkedIn is between 125 and 150,000 a year, US. So I'm going to carry it a little bit further. The biggest kept secret to LinkedIn is in the groups. And because the groups are the key to LinkedIn, LinkedIn is the most professional platform on the internet, bar none. And I've tried quite a few different platforms. They say, "Oh, we're better than LinkedIn. We'll get you more leads." And you get on there. Do not get on them unless you talk to me first, because here's what they did when I tried them out. You sign up and you have to give them your email and your password, right? So as soon as you finish signing up, they go into your email with their little bots, and they go and send messages to everybody that's in your email. Your grandma and Aunt Susie and Uncle Charlie are all in there. And then everybody's mad at you because they won't stop sending those invitations to join their platform. This isn't LinkedIn, it's these other ones. And until you join them. And so I'm warning you, do not get into these other platforms unless you know what you're doing. Okay. And so here's the number 5. Everybody on LinkedIn is there to do business. Everybody. So it's actually the most compatible platform for business. So think about this. The average income of people on Facebook, between 22 and 24,000 US a year. So where do you think the people are who can afford to buy your stuff? They are on LinkedIn. Everybody who has signed up on my team in the community that I belong to now with the 6-figure blueprint has come through LinkedIn. They're either on my email list, which I built through LinkedIn, or they're clicking on my posts that I post on LinkedIn. And I don't post every single post about the product that I'm trying to promote. I mix it up with famous quotes with pictures, and I'll show you how I do that, okay? I better make a note here, famous quotes with pictures. So, because I get kind of squirrely brained, I love telling stories and sharing stories, and they all kind of relate to each other here. So, you have 3 seconds to make a great first impression on LinkedIn or any of your social media platforms. You got 3 seconds, guys. 1001, 1002, 1003, they're gone. And what they do is they look at your background banner. Oh, multiple streams of passive and residual income. Oh, what's that? Oh, maybe I'll take another look. So then they look, oh, your name, Christine, Marketing Mentoress Till. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, unlock the 2024 90-day vision sprint. Oh, secrets to a free automated online business. Create 3. I caught their attention because I'm speaking to them. I'm hitting them in the heart. I'm not going on there. Who wants to read bestseller, best artist, MBA, doctor's degree, has 10,000 patients? You know, they don't want to. They don't care. They want to know, what's in it for me? How can you help me? And that's with every single social media platform out there. People want to know what's in it for them. So if you put all this kind of foo-foo stuff and give yourself a crazy name and put it on TikTok and all these other things, you have no identity. If somebody wants to connect with me on any of their social media, they have to have their name on there. I need to know that I'm connecting with a real live person and not a user XYZ ABC 7, 8, 9, 10. It's gotta be a person. And that's the way we all feel. And everybody says, oh, you can be different on Facebook. But my LinkedIn, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Pinterest, they all match. I have a professional headshot on there. I have a background banner. I have a headline or a description. Some of them call them a description. And they all speak to the heart and mind of how I can help whoever is reading my profile. And if you want to stop scrolls, you make sure you have a really good description. That's number one. So enough harping. Now I'll ask quickly, is there any question about that first part of the profile before we move on? I don't see any hands up, so okay. So when you're filling out your profile, there's one key thing that you need to fill out that people forget about or don't even know about. And I'm going to show you that right now. Got to clear my screen a little bit. Do you see the top right corner here where it says profile language and public profile URL? You go in here and you click this little button. Everybody's profile has a bunch of numbers at the end, right? And so, but you can take your profile and you can change the numbers at the end to your name or an email that you use, right? So one of my emails is marketingmentress@gmail.com. So I just put Marketing Mentress up here instead of Christine Till. The reason I didn't put Christine Till up there is because I know that there are two other Christine Tills. One's in Ontario and one's in the UK. I had no idea there was somebody else with my name till I started doing some searching. So that's why I put Marketing Mentress on there. So either put your name or your handle like I've done, because it looks professional. You get rid of that one that LinkedIn gives you that just is numbers, right? I hope that makes sense. And then you save that. Make sure that you save it. Oh, mine's already saved, so I don't need to worry about it. I didn't go in and change it. So this is your public profile. So when you click on this, this little URL down here, this shows you what other people see. So it says here, you control your profile and can limit what is shown on search engines and other off LinkedIn services. Viewers who aren't signed into LinkedIn will see all or some portions of the profile view displayed below. So this is what people see when they come to look at my profile. And another thing that you want is you want all LinkedIn members to be marked off here. Do not go public. Because when I went public with it, I had so many people from all over the world sending me messages. Oh, I'm a single dad. I have 2 kids. I'm looking for a wife. I'm going, what? So I put it all LinkedIn members so that you cut down on all that. It happens to the guys too. It doesn't just happen to the gals. So, and it's on every platform. You can have it only first degree connections or your network only, but that's not going to get you anywhere. If you're looking to build a business, expand your business, and your network know all about you, they already know about you, and after a few visits and interactions, they're going to buy from you or they're not going to buy from you. So you need to keep introducing new blood, so to speak, into your connections. So I always put all LinkedIn members. And then make sure all of these down the side here are green. They have to all be checked off. And this badge down here, you can create. If you have a page, I have yet to figure out how to do it on our own platform, but I think I can add it in my description. But if you click on here, you can add this, see this, I call this the Egyptian hieroglyphics. You can copy this and paste it into your website, and then your LinkedIn profile will be right there. People can click on it, it'll be live, okay? So that was really a great discovery that I made way back when. So there's all kinds of tips and tricks that you can incorporate with your profile, and has so much profitability compared to all the other platforms. And like I said, if you want to find the people that can afford to buy your stuff, where are they? They're on LinkedIn. Okay, so here's another thing. As you set up your profile, make sure that you add creator mode. With creator mode, then you can do LinkedIn Live events. It's so important to be able to do those LinkedIn Live events. And a lot of people don't know that LinkedIn Live events are there. And they're free. You can set up LinkedIn, but if you're on the free, you can only do so many LinkedIn Live events. I think it's about 10 LinkedIn Live events. Because I had to finally do a paid platform because I was doing so many live events. But you guys can try it and let me know if they let you do more than 10. That'd be so good. Okay, so I don't want to talk to that person right now. She's not coming to the live event. So the next thing that you want to keep their attention long enough so that they want to keep on reading more through your profile. So when you write your profile, you have in that little headline at the very top. Can you all see my screen okay? So this is your headline up here. And thank you very much, Christy. That headline is, you can use up to 220 characters in your headline, right? So just remember that. What I do when I'm putting together content, I take a Word document, open it up, blank sheet of paper, and I type in what I want to say in how I would say it. And then I copy and paste it into ChatGPT, which is free, and ChatGPT, and I say, please rewrite this at a grade 8 level, because that's something else I discovered. I discovered that people read at between a grade 4 and a grade 8 level, because that's what newspapers are written at. Newspapers are written at a grade 4 to a grade 8 level. Did you know that? Put a 1 in the comments if you've heard that before. So you've got 220 characters available. And so you click this button to add each different profile section. And you can request services, but we won't go there today. It'll get too complicated. Just add profile sections at first, okay? This analytics is how many profile views you've had in the last 90 days, I think it is, and how many post impressions you've had in the last 90 days, and how many search appearances you've appeared in. So it's good to have those numbers, and it's good to watch those numbers. Watch how they're going up. And another statistic that I learned about marketing is that, are you ready for this? 80% of sales are made on the 23rd contact. Do you want me to say that again? 80% of sales are made on the 23rd contact. I learned that when I was in sales, because I've done quite a few different things in my life. Taught grade 3, taught grade 8, was in sales and marketing, sold real estate, and a few other things. So here, the next thing you want them to go to is your About page. And you can edit your About page by clicking on this little pencil in the corner, and then that opens up. But there's a trick to how you set up your About page, okay? Listen really carefully, guys, because this is really important. Your About page is not all about you totally. You have to write it in such a way as it hits your customer, your perfect customer right in the heart. So I talk about my dreams and what I wanted and what I looked for in life, and my dreams are the same dreams and what I look for in life as my perfect customers. Okay? I've dreamed of being able to retire and have financial freedom. So does my customer. I'm not talking about the mansions, the private jets, the fancy cars, and the yachts. I'm just talking about knowing that I don't have to worry about how we're going to buy groceries, not living under the stress of a mountain of debt, being able to travel when we want and visit grandchildren, being able to help out our kids and spoil our grandchildren, finally buying our dream home, and just totally enjoying life on our terms, never having to worry about being warehoused in an old folks' home. You know, when you get to be in your 70s like me, you start thinking about all these things, right? My ideal customer is somebody who's 50 and above. And the reason I want to hit them when they're 50, because then they've still got, they're not homeless yet. In Edmonton here, just 34 kilometers north of here, 15% of people 55 plus are homeless in minus 42 degrees Celsius in the winter. Like, that does not compute for me. And I will never be there. I will never let myself be in that kind of a position, ever. And if I can help as many people as possible, I'm going to help as many people as I possibly can. My goal is to help 1,000 people, 55 plus, be totally financially free by the end of this year. And most of those people are going to hit 100K, and I'm going to be one of them. You watch. So we can all do this, you guys. So I've always seen the vision and the potential in network marketing as a vehicle to get me to my dream. But the success I was striving for seemed so elusive that it's only the top 1% in network marketing businesses that make all the money. They build huge teams, and they're the ones that make the most money. So then you got all these fees you got to pay every month, $10 here, $12 there, $25, auto ship over here, right? And you feel like you're being nibbled to death by a duck. And when I found this blueprint, I was just overjoyed because I can make all the profit. It all goes in my pocket. 2 weeks after I signed up, I was in profit mode. And if I can do it at 75, you guys can do it too. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here. So you get the drift of how I've written this because I'm reaching out to hit my people in the heart. And so look what I've done. So I've put my link to get them into my funnel and start receiving emails right here. So that's what you do. And all of these words down here are for the search engines. They're just specialties. I've had my own podcasting show. I'm a social media strategist. I'm an author. I'm business consultant. You put all of your keywords, your skills, your top skills, you list them in here. There's no limit. You can put as many skills as you want in there. And I put my main hashtag that I use in here. And you've got 2,000 or 2,500 keywords approximately to use in here. And that's another thing I put into ChatGPT. When I'm getting ChatGPT to rewrite, I get ChatGPT to rewrite it at a grade 8 level and in so many characters so that it will make sure that it counts the characters for me. Isn't that cool? I went, oh my gosh. So LinkedIn will also show your featured articles, and that's another reason why you need to have this turned on, creator mode, okay? You need to have creator mode turned on so that you can create. So I use Canva to create my headline pictures for all my articles that I publish. And so with all the information that we've got from the community is a wealth of information. You open up ChatGPT, you just copy and paste a few sentences that you would like to cover for a topic, and you ask ChatGPT to write an article about this topic at a grade 8 level. Because in the articles, there's no limit to how many characters you have in there. And so if you're not a writer, I'm a writer. I've published a book. I don't know if you've seen my book, guys, but it's called Fired at 50. Stop looking for work and discover what you were meant to do. But I'm not here to advertise my book. I published it in 2013. You can only get it in digital format now. So you can go here and create a post. So as you go through setting up your profile step by step, see, I follow Tony Robbins. He is a wonderful inspiration for me. I really enjoy listening to his stuff because he doesn't beat around the bush. And these are all my different experiences that I've had. And you list your experiences in such a way as you do not name the name of the company you worked for. Okay? So I'm a marketing strategist in the Legacy Builder program. Nobody knows any more about that. They don't know about the community. They don't know about IPS. I keep it very simple. I'm a rock star marketing strategist for the marketing mentors and under self-employed. And for a certain period of time, I worked for other different companies. I worked for my son, helping him with data. And I've been a LinkedIn coach now for over 13 years. And there's 19 other experiences, but you do not say the name of the company that you've actually worked for. Try and find another name that is a professional sounding title for what you did, rather than actually naming the company that you worked for. And the reason when you do that is because, number one, you might turn some people off totally. Number two, you don't want to hurt anybody because of preconceived things, right? Preconceived notions. And you put your education up there. Notice I have descriptions for everything. There's a description for everything. And that's another thing that people leave out. They don't tell a little bit about what they did at whatever it was that they were working at. And then this is projects. So these are some of the courses that I've got workbooks for. MM 101, MM 202. I've got several projects, and you can add projects as you go along. And volunteering, people like to see that you are a volunteer, and that I'm a trained speaker for the Arthritis Society. I've been speaking for the Arthritis Society ever since I was diagnosed back in 2006. And I won't go into that. There's a big story there. And you list your skills. What are some of the skills you have? I've got 51 skills listed. You can have around 50 skills listed. But when you list your skills, you make sure you list more than 10 so people can go and endorse you. Here's what happens when you get endorsed. And I used to really poo-poo the idea of endorsements, because I used to connect with people, and people would connect with me from all over the world in some kind of country I'd never heard of before. And they would instantly endorse me for a bunch of things. And I'm going, oh, this is bogus. They don't know me. How in the world can they endorse me, right? So what I did is I started coaching all my people and telling them, don't endorse people unless you've had a chance to sit down with them and have coffee. Oh, anyway, then I got invited to as a free guest to a big LinkedIn conference that was put on in Vancouver, in one of the big convention centers down on the waterfront. And at the end, it was a great day. They told us about all the things that they had planned, where LinkedIn was going, and it was a day full of impactful information. And I had some of my clients sitting there with me in the audience. And at the end, they said, would Christine Till come up to the front, please? We have a special award for you. I went, oh my gosh. I about fell out of my chair. So I went up to the front and up on the stage, and they gave me an award for having the most endorsements of anyone in British Columbia. I just about died. I was so embarrassed because I've been telling all my clients that it's bogus to get endorsements, but they explained how valuable those endorsements are. And that is, guys, if I can yell from the rooftops how important it is to have endorsements, I will never shut up because those skills are like keywords. And when you endorse somebody, it shows you to more people on LinkedIn. And so you want to have as many skills listed as possible. So you get up to your 50 or 51 people on there or skills on there so that you can have people endorse you and be shown to more people. So it's really important. Everybody that has joined my LinkedIn organization, my not organized, my LinkedIn or my what am I thinking of? My email list has come through endorsements. So I have simple little surveys that I set up. And when I set up those surveys, oh, they're simple little things. Like one I've got is personality styles according to birds and how they compare to people, right? And it's just a fun little free thing. And another one is network marketing, a network marketing stat thing. And they're nothing that I keep track of. They're just for information and a fun kind of thing for people to do, right? And so what I do is I say something to them like, um, I just endorsed you for, so say that for wealth creation, okay? And um, but as a favor, I would like to ask if you could please complete this little 2-minute survey. And because once people realize how important it is to have those endorsements, to have somebody endorsing you, and and by the way, I never endorse anybody right out the gate. I endorse people who have been with me for at least a week or more. So right now, I'm going through, I'm re-establishing connections with people who have been my connections because I've got over 17,000 connections on LinkedIn. The limit to have the number of connections you can have on LinkedIn is 30,000. 30,000, okay? So I'm a little bit over halfway there. And I've been trying not to build my actual number one connections too fast because I want to have some time to keep on building my email list. So what I'm doing is reaching out to people who I've been connected to over 2 years. And I send them this little survey and ask them if they would please complete the survey in response or as a thank you for me giving them endorsements. So I'll endorse them for a couple of things, not a whole bunch of things. But the reason we need to have more skills listed is so that we have lots of skills available for people to endorse us for. And they find out by reading our profiles what we might be good at and what they can endorse us for. And so the longer we're connected to them, the more supposedly we know about each of our connections. And so it gives us more knowledge about our connections so that we're knowledgeable enough to give them an endorsement. Did that come out right? Reminds me of the quote, you don't know what you don't know until I tell you what you don't know, so that now you know what you don't know, so you know it and choose to use it. Follow that? It's one of my favorite things. Okay. I don't see any hands up yet, so that's okay. And then write recommendations for people. You'll get so much recognition from sending people recommendations. That is huge. But the recommendations I recommend that the recommendations you write are for people you've actually had conversations with, whether it's online or in person, because then you can genuinely give them a recommendation because you know a lot more about them. So there's the basic, let's see, courses I've taken to make sure. I've got some of my honors and awards listed. I only speak English, and that's what I've got listed on there, but you can put your language. You just click the pencil and choose which language you want to list. I have a group that meets every Monday afternoon called the Turbochargers. LinkedIn Turbochargers. And I started that group as a Q&A so that people who join my teams, because I've been in a lot of different network marketing teams, and now I use it for our community. People who join my team in our community can join this Q&A for free on Monday afternoons, because I believe that when I signed my name on the dotted line, so to speak, and became a member of the community, it was my responsibility to be a CEO and to help my people. So I'm all about helping my people as best I can. And if I don't know the answer, I want to know exactly where I can point them to, if that makes sense. So there we are. We've gone through the profile. So let's go back up again, and I'm going to show you how to find the groups that you want. Before we go into the group searches, is there any questions? I'm looking for hands up here. Yes, David. Feel free to unmute yourself.
Yeah, sorry, Christine. I've got a lot of questions. So I've had a LinkedIn account for about 20 years, 25
Yeah.
years. I don't know. I can't remember, but I've never done anything with it. It's been sitting there. So
Oh my God.
yeah, so and the age group, okay, I'll just get a couple questions here. So how many people, I'm trying to say, like, even after I was on Amy's thing this afternoon, to get a little nervous about that type of marketing there, even though I'm going to still do TikTok and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But LinkedIn seems to be a little bit more slow and stable, and it's just a whole different way of marketing.
Yes,
Do you
because they're
find,
all business people.
okay, and when they look at you, so when you, like, I have my work history because I'm 68, and every 3 years
Spring chicken.
yeah, I know. I know you're a little bit older than me, so probably a lot wiser than me. But when you don't put in your work history and stuff like that, so your skills are different than your work history. Because I really don't want to. Nobody wants to hire me once because of that age thing. But also, I have many skills that are opposite from each other. From a pilot to the network marketing for 15 years and property management and real estate and stuff like that. So what happens? They say, "Whoa, you're not stable. I don't want to hire you." And then, well, I get bored after a while. After about 3 years, I quit and do something else. So you
I
don't have.
think anybody over 60 has had way more than one line of work experience.
Okay. So how many people opt in? You find?
What do you mean, opt
Well,
in?
opt into your funnel.
Oh, into my funnel. Okay.
Yeah,
I just looked at it before I came. In the last 31 days, I have had 64.
64. Okay.
Yeah.
And I
And
know I've been watching you, and I know your sales are good, so that's pretty good conversion rate then for 64 options.
yeah, and I've got a whole bunch of people sitting in my email right now, asking questions. And they're all people that are over 60. And
Okay.
some of them have been on my email list for a couple of years, and they're reading all my emails from that email funnel, right? And
Yes.
they're because we're not techie. None of us are techie.
Right.
And they're going,
Yes.
"Oh, I need somebody to explain this a little bit more." So what I do is I send them replays, right? And they're in my email, so I can just send them, and they're already getting the funnel. They're getting them the repeat emails through the funnel on a regular basis.
Right.
So they're
Oh,
they're it's not like they're being ignored.
okay. And what about, like, for us just starting out?
Uh-huh.
How long does it take to prime the pump? I mean, it take it 2, 3 days to do this profile, and after that's done, ho- like, does it automatically happen fast, or is it slow? And because
Okay.
you got to have 15 years of history.
Yeah. So here's the thing that a lot of people have make the mistake of doing. They think that people think that once it's the bing microwave oven, right? They think that they're as soon as they get on social media, all these people are gonna this 200,000. Oh, there's 2 million. Oh no, they're all gonna come at me at one time. No, they don't even know you're there. Okay, so here's the correlation. I was taught when I first started my social media strategy coaching,
Mhm.
I started taking courses after I finished working with my son because it was like it was less than a year that I had helped him fill his roster with software engineers, so he didn't have to hire me anymore. And so, but during that time, I had also started going to networking meetings, sit down to breakfast networking meetings. And I noticed that all the people sitting around those tables were, most of them over 60. I'd say 70 to 80%. Anyway, I digress. So I met people who called themselves social media gurus. So I took a few social media courses and I found this one guy that I really liked. And he said that you need to be posting, brace yourself, or you're hanging on to something really good, solid. He said you need to be posting on all your social media platforms 3 to 5 times a day. I about had a heart attack because I had no idea how to do social media posting. I was green as grass. And then he said, "Are you braced?
Yeah.
You need to post on Twitter, which is now called X, 15 times a day." Twitter moves like this. Okay? Facebook moves like this. Okay? LinkedIn moves like this. So it's still pretty fast, right? And same with Pinterest. Pinterest moves about the same speed as LinkedIn. TikTok is like this. So that's why we need to be posting so many times a day, is because if I post something at 8 o'clock in the morning, and somebody that's connected to me, or even that happens to see my post and is not connected to me because I posted it in my main feed, they'll never see it at 10 o'clock in the morning. Never. So the key times I was taught to post were 8 a.m. as people are getting ready to go to work, maybe sitting on the bus driving to work, 10 a.m. coffee break, 2 p.m. second coffee break, 4 p.m. as they're riding the bus home from work, 7 p.m. after supper. Those are the key times to be posting and to catch the most traffic, right? The most views. Well, I was spending 16 to 18 hours a day in front of my computer trying to figure out how to post, how to create posts, what to say in my posts. I was
I'm
just,
there.
I felt like crying, and I did, literally tears running down my face for about the first 6 months. And during that time, I discovered auto posting platforms. So I'm going to show you my auto posting platform that I use. And there's another one. It's called oh darn, I went and did it over top of my LinkedIn. Can you see my
Sprout
screen?
Social.
Yeah,
Sprout
Sprout
Social.
Social. Yeah. I'm going to log into it. I have been using this Sprout Social now for a good 10, 12 years, 10 years at least. So here's what I do, guys. This is the biggest, when this idea dawned on me, it was like, oh, you do a Google search. So can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So Google famous quotes free, famous quotes with pictures. So I started looking for, look at that, pay dirt. So you got all these quotes that you can use. And so you click on them. They're free, right? So this is from Audrey Hepburn. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says possible, says I'm possible. So then when I joined IPS, have any of you guys been in IPS?
Yeah.
Are
For
you
5 minutes.
okay?
5 minutes. Yeah.
Well, if you did the $23 upgrade, you can still access their free written ads, but if you can't, I'll send them to you because there's 200 pre-written ads that they have there in, that's the best part of IPS, as far as I was concerned,
Okay.
is their pre-written ads and their pre-done for you picture ads. There's 60
Okay.
pre-done picture ads. And so I would look for these, I look for these done for me ads, and you right click on the picture and you save image as, and you go into your computer and you go to, I save everything on Dropbox on the cloud. And then I save it in my marketing mentors file. I have everything saved. This is from my legal secretarial experience. So, like you, I've had many different kinds of jobs because if I couldn't get hired anymore as a teacher, I had to reinvent myself. So here's one that says famous celebrity quotes. I could put that on there, but I'm going to set up a new folder and I'm going to call it, I'm just going to call it May of 24 so that I know it's May of 2024. We're going to open up that folder. And so we go May. So here I can put in this file, I can put this one, Audrey Hepburn, but it's going to be April. And day is the 18th. And I'm going to save it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that is now saved in that special file. So I'm going to go into Sprout, into my Word documents now. Let's see. I've got to access my Word documents. Just have to move our video up. Go into Word. You might not see this, but I'm just going to go open up my Word document where I have my 200 pre-written ads. Because to me, this is one of the most valuable things to know. When I learned how to do these auto posts and pre-schedule posts to go out, what I do is once a month, I sit down and I pre-schedule posts to go out every day, one a day. And gradually and then, well, when you get started, you want to do maybe an hour a week. So I'd sit down on a Friday afternoon and I would schedule posts to go out. But the very first time you want to schedule 3 posts to go out each day, and it might take a couple of hours. But if you use this system that I've got, that I've incorporated,
Mm-hmm.
you will love it.
So
So
you're doing Sprout Social, and then they're talking about repurpose.io. You've heard of that on some of the seminars with.
yeah,
So it's about the same thing. Is that the same thing?
yeah, you can incorporate that into it as well. So here's my
Okay.
pre-written ads. So I'm going to copy one. Let's see. Think about that quote, right?
Yeah.
Nothing is
Yeah.
impossible. So imagine a life where work doesn't tie you down. Learn our method of a $900 daily income with only 2 hours of effort. Or dive into a life where earnings meet freedom. I think I like that one. So I'm going to copy that. Now I can, this is one of the most beautiful things about Sprout Social. So I'm going to go into my Sprout Social. I'm going to start a new post. So you click on start a new post and you click on this little camera and you go down and you upload an image. So it should bring me, let's see, I want to get into my images. So go into my right image box and I'm going to go into Marketing Mentress. And what did I call it? I called it June, or no, was it May?
May.
Yeah. May of 24. There we are. Oh, what did I do? Okay, it doesn't matter. I'll find a different one. Go
Yeah.
back into my marketing interests.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So can't understand why that didn't work. Here I am trying to show you how everything works. It doesn't work
That's
just
all
when
right.
you want it. Yeah. Okay, so let's go into because I really want to use one of my examples because then you can see I've got whole files and files and files. So I'm going to go into marketing interests and I'm going to go into my, let's see if I've got them in my pictures, I'll betcha. Oh, I know what. We'll just go straight into my pictures. There we are. Now we'll go into marketing interests. That's what I missed. And this computer is only 3 years old, and look how full it is. Oh, gee. Go to, there's marketing interests. And so I've got April of 2024. So there's a whole bunch of famous quotes in here, right? So we could choose any one of these pictures. Let's see. This You Can Dream It one. If you can dream it, you can believe it. Because it will go with, I wonder if that quote is still staying in the, there it is. Okay, so then I put in my hashtags.
I just found out what hashtags are last night. So
And hashtag pension booster.
do you make these up?
I went into ChatGPT and I said, ChatGPT, will you please write me 10 hashtags on work from home? And they gave me 10 different hashtags. Then
Okay.
I went into ChatGPT and I said, give me 10 hashtags for supplement your pension. And they gave me 10 more hashtags. And that's pension booster is my favorite one. That's what they gave me.
Okay.
I had to find, because work from home is getting people banned or shut down on TikTok, right?
Yes.
And from other places as well now, Facebook as well. I hear they're having challenges. So I've got one that says work from anywhere. I use that quite often as well. So here's the thing. Watch. You click this little button down here and it says suggestions by AI assist.
Yes.
Create 3 post options. Okay, see where they are? They're being created. Look at that. They've got 3 options. So I look through them and they're all different. Like they're all a little bit different, okay? So I like this one, embrace a lifestyle. So I'll copy everything except the hashtags because I'll just leave the hashtags there that are there already, right?
Mhm.
So I'll go in here and because actually the originals are pretty good too. But the thing is, this gives you, out of those 200 pre-written ads, you've got like thousands of ads because you can use ChatGPT with them. So here we are, we've got this. And I've also got my Pinterest connected up here. So I'm going to go in and I'll choose a different headline here. And I'll just copy that. And I'll paste it down here where it says pin title. So this is my Pinterest, right? So I'll paste that in there. So there's my headline. And then I'll choose my board, which is my marketing Pinterest board. And then you have to choose you have your URL for Pinterest connected as well. And I never put URLs in my posts. See what these posts, they all say, all you need is Wi-Fi, let's rise together. So it's call to action. There's always some kind of a call to action all you need is in the internet and the will to start. So I'm trying to find different ways. Here it says, join us to rise and shine, right? No URLs in there because that's an, oh, it says -4. So let's do something here. I can change all the ands to ampersands. You know what an ampersand is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's -2. Let's find another and in here. Oh, let's see. Embrace a lifestyle where income meets liberty. Uncover the secret of generating 900 daily from.
All they need is the internet and. All you need is the internet and.
Oh, yeah, right. We'll change that one. So these are little tricks that you learn over time. So now we've got 0. So we're not over. You want to stay just under or right around 0, right? Right under 0 or at 0. So then you go down and you choose times and dates. So today is the 18th, okay? And I'll hover over the 18th and it'll show me what posts are already scheduled to go out. And it's just showing Twitter, but I've got all my social media platforms connected. And they're not turned, I've just got TikTok and YouTube turned off right now because I'm not posting video. If you're going to post video, then you can turn them on and post them right through here because you can connect LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and YouTube to this Sprout Social platform. And then you can turn off and on whichever ones you're wanting to post to when you're doing your posts so that you can save so much time doing that. And you can post with the program I've got, I can attach up to 10 social media profiles to it. And it's around $200 a month in Canadian dollars. But here's what I did. I checked, I got quotes from people who are virtual VAs, virtual assistants. And I got quotes from people in India and the Philippines of around $300 a month. And in Canada, I got quotes of $1,200 and $1,500 a month. So I figured if it's under $300 a month, I'm saving a lot of money on a VA, right? And it makes me so much more money because my time is valuable. And so I feel it's really important to go ahead and use this platform. I've tried other platforms. There's a one called Buffer, Buffer, and you can use that one for free, but you only can attach 3 social media platforms to that buffer, and you only can send out 10 posts at a time. You can only pre-schedule 10 posts at a time. So every 3 days, you basically need to reschedule another 10 posts to go out. So it depends on what you want to try. It's very easy to use as well. There's also a paid side to it. And they do also have ChatGPT connected up to it. So you might want to check that out and see if that works for you as well. So this one has a 4 o'clock going out and a 7 o'clock going out. So I'm going to just go ahead and schedule and you change the time. So let's say we send this one out at 5:30, okay?
Fine.
So we set it out at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And then we can schedule, because it's the 18th of the month, I can add another and schedule time. So we'll go to the 18th now of May. Oops, make sure I got it. So as you can see how it fills up gradually if you do that? You move it out to one day of the month. So you click on the 18th of May. I don't want to post it there actually, but I just say I do. I could schedule it to go out at a different time. But you don't want to go later than 7 p.m. because most people aren't hanging out on their social media at midnight. So I usually just go until 7 p.m. And another thing is people don't scroll back very far. They only scroll back maybe 5 or 6 posts to see what was there. And that's why we need to post 3 to 5 times a day. And another thing I do, and this is great about LinkedIn, is you can before remind me, I was going to tell you about LinkedIn articles, okay? back on this topic here of the 18th of the month. So if I schedule a post to go out on the 18th this month, it's a Thursday, right? The 18th of May all of a sudden becomes a Saturday, so different audience, right? The 18th of June is a Tuesday, another different audience automatically. The 18th of July becomes a Thursday again, so you choose a different time of day than when you chose for this month, right? So if you send it out at 8 o'clock in the morning today, you could schedule for 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something for July. So you get my drift on how you stagger your posts and have them pre-scheduled. So you could be going to a sit down to breakfast networking meeting and you've got posts going out while you're gone. I just thought that was so cool when I discovered that. And so I want to talk to you about LinkedIn articles. So one of the things on LinkedIn you can do, oh darn, we're over time. Sorry guys, I'll quickly go through this. I went and opened that Sprout Social up on top of my LinkedIn.
I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Okay. So I'm going back here. So if you look at your LinkedIn and you see there's a, come on. I'm on the business page, so I'm going to go back to my profile page. So I'll click my little profile button here and view profile. There we go. So see this little 9 dots? This is where you go to check out the groups. But before I do that, I'm going to go into the home page here. And in the home page, this is where you can write an article. You just click on here and you can write and go through all the steps, and it guides you through setting up your LinkedIn article. So what I could do is next time we get together, I can show you how to write a LinkedIn article. And I use ChatGPT to help me write LinkedIn articles. So that I want to touch on quickly because we're over time. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to cram as much as I can into one session.
We're not going anywhere unless you kick us out.
Okay. I just love this group. It is such a great group, isn't it?
Yeah.
A wonderful community. So I'm looking for, yeah, see these 3 little icons here? That's the groups. So you click on the groups. And so you go into these are the groups that I belong to. So it says up here, your groups. And then there's groups that I've requested to join, and it shows you what groups you've requested to join. And some of them are nice sized groups. You want to join groups that have at least 3,000 members, at the least 3,000 members. And the reason for that is that's your inventory. That's where you're going to reach out to people to invite them to do your surveys, or invite them. No, you don't do on brand new people that you're inviting to connect. You just send them a simple message, just inviting them to connect. Don't get them to do a survey. That's only when you do the endorsements. And scroll all the way down to the bottom. See where it says search other trusted communities? Well, because of the type of business we're in with this community, we can go search up affiliate marketing groups, home-based business groups. We can go to network marketing groups and MLM groups because they understand a little bit more about marketing online and what's missing in what they're doing. Because I was in multiple network marketing groups and felt like I was being nibbled to death by a duck. So you click on search. And so these are some of the groups that I belonged to when I was working with my son, helping him hire engineers for software development. But here's the Startup Specialist Network. This might be a really good group to check out. It's got over 1 million members. So you might want to check that out. You can go in and view some posts here. Let's see, and it'll usually say join. If it says view posts, it means you're already there. So I'm already in that group, but it's going to take me a long time to go through all those million members. It's a lot, really good inventory. So this is surveyors and engineers. You probably wouldn't want that. Cloud computing, no. But crowdfunding and beyond, new routes to funding, including tokenization and remaking of money. So that might be something you want to check out. Those guys in there might be looking for other things besides coins. Advisor Guild, I wouldn't go for that, I don't think. Go for Google Android. So look at all these pages you can search to find.
Is there a limit to the groups you should have?
100.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I was there once. I don't advise you have more than 20 or 25 groups to work with at a time. It's really hard to keep track of 100 groups, I'll tell you. So look at this, has got 83,000 members. Corporate Health and Wellness Association, Workplace Wellness, Occupational Health, Well-being. That might be a kind of a good place to check people out. Practical Fitness, trainers and coaches, probably not. Global Home-Based Business Forum has got 9,000 members. I'm in that group. The Marketing Enthusiasts only has 4,000 members. It's my group. I've been working on developing that group. MLM Pros, I'm in that group. It's got 26,000 members. Just because I'm in the group doesn't mean you don't need to join that group, because if there's so many members in there, I'll never get through them all. And the Harvard Business Review, I don't think would be a good one. Artificial intelligence, probably not. Marketing to Women Network. This is one that I'm in. It's got over 20,000 members. Direct Selling Professionals Worldwide. So direct sales might be a good one to check out. So let's just try an experiment here and put in direct sale. And to see what kind of groups show up here. Okay, we want to go groups here. There we go. There's network marketing. There's 1,000 members here. There's a few different ones, but they're recruiters. U.S. recruitment. Here's a sales community. You could 456,000 members in this group. One of the ways that you can find out if the group is a good one for you is to read their terms of engagement here. What it's about, what the group is about. Here's direct sales of reps and events. It's got 1,000 members, probably not a good one. Here's 54,000 dental sales professionals. But you can search through the different groups and you can find groups that would have your perfect customers in those groups. Then once you get in those groups, so I'm going to go back over to my groups here. And your best friend, remember, is this little arrow up in the top left corner. If you lose your spot, you just hit the back arrow a few times and it will walk you right back to where you need to be. And you can go into your groups. So let's say we're going to take this multi-level marketing group. It's got 16,000 members. And so if you want to invite connections, you can click this button. But here's something that I've been working on. Now, LinkedIn did a bunch of changes here. So let's just do an experiment and see if this works. Show all. So when you look down this list, you'll see a number 2 beside some of the names and a number 1 beside some of the names. You might see a 3 out here, you see. So this number 1 means that I'm directly connected with Leanne. This number 2 means that Ariadna, you say that, is connected to, maybe she's connected to Leanne, but she's not connected to me, so she's one level away, so she's a second level connection. And if you see this third, Marta might be connected to this, who is it? Marta might be connected to Alexis, for instance, and then Alexis is connected to that Adriana. And so anyway, he's a third level away from me. There's two people away from me, right? And some of these, when it says third, it might say third with a plus sign beside it. That means it could be a fourth or fifth or sixth level away from you. So if they're not directly connected to you already, you can try and see. Let's see what happens here. So there's Nathan Wells. And it looks like I can send him a direct message. So this is called flying under the radar. You're allowed to send so many invites to connect every day. And it might be for some people, when you're just getting started out, you might only be able to send out 5 invitations to connect, because we need to be doing this on a regular basis, inviting people to connect with us in our networks. And so I'm just going to say, hey, so I just wrote a little blurb here. Said, hey, Nathan, I noticed that you and I are in the same group here on LinkedIn. Let's connect and see if we can find ways to work together. Cheering your success, Christine. And so you're sending them a direct message and inviting them to connect at the same time, right?
How do you connect?
So you just send them that message. How do I get this? I gotta get this bigger so I can get the send word. So you click send, right? So he's going to get this message. And now it's going to be up to him to respond to it. You do not click that little blue man. What you want is you want him to click the little blue man, the little icon here. Because as soon as you click that little icon, then LinkedIn knows that you sent out a request to connect. And then so then they take that off of how many people you can send requests to connect to that day. Do you follow?
Yes.
So you want to be careful in inviting people to connect with you, but you need to invite people to connect with you every day, even if it's just 5 people, right? Welcome. Is it Jay? Jay March? Okay. Can you mute yourself, please? That would be awesome. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. Can you, I don't see you muted. You're still not muted. You have to mute the microphone. Yeah, that's what you did. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so that's what you can do with all the groups. And that's the big secret that people don't know about in the groups, is that's how you can invite people to connect with you without literally clicking the connect button. So you're flying under the radar of the search engines on LinkedIn. You get my drift? So you can start by inviting a few people at a time. Another way that you can invite people to connect with you is to go to your network. So you click on my network. And I'm just going to close this down for now. And you click on connections. See where it says connections up here on the left? And then you go into your connections. Let's see. Oh, just a minute. My network. I'm going to go back to my network. Oh, here we are. They're here. They're right here. And then the LinkedIn, according to what you've got on your profile. So this is another reason why it's really important to do what I call a killer profile, so everybody knows who your target audience is and if you can help them or not. So I have really been working on my profile to make sure that I have network marketing people included. So you can click on connect, but you can only do a few of these every day. You can't do very many. But LinkedIn will send you a message. If you've reached your limit for the day, that you'll get a little message that says you've reached your limit or your daily limit or your weekly limit or something like that. And so this person is a marketing specialist. I would like to connect with him. But see, look at this, Emma Warren. She doesn't really say much about her profile. So I'm going to click into her profile. Oh, she lives in Edmonton. What does she do? Copywriting. Okay. She's a marketing coordinator, an appointment setter, an insurance agent, digital marketing manager, administrative assistant, content management. I don't think she'd be a good connection for me. So I'm just going to hit my little back arrow, and that should take me back to the place where I was before. And ta-da! So now LinkedIn has shown me some more people. So I'm going to close Nathan up here. So there's a marketing coordinator. Here's network marketing, network marketer. I usually connect with network marketers because they are looking, they're usually not happy with the company that they're with. They're always looking for some other company, somebody else is going to help them better. Online network marketer, network marketing, marketer. So because I've been really active, I think I can probably invite about 10 people a day to connect with me. So then I can go into my groups and invite a few people in my groups under the radar, right? And invite some of them just through a message to connect with me. Are there any questions? Oh,
Hi, Christine.
Hello, who's talking? Marlies?
Marlies, yes.
Marlies, thank you.
Christine, I want to ask you, I've got a LinkedIn profile, but it's obviously not as organized as yours. Would you suggest me to start over and create a new LinkedIn profile, or should I just change the one that I currently have?
Change the one you're currently at. Do not create another LinkedIn profile.
Is it?
I have been called in and paid money by people who have multiple profiles on LinkedIn trying to figure out how to get their LinkedIn profiles to merge to be one profile, because LinkedIn does not like us to have more than one profile. That is really big, emphasized really big on their terms of use. And so if you want to get shut down, you get away with it for a little while, but if they ever discover you've got more than one profile, watch out. They will shut you down and they won't open you back up again. They're really strict on that. So just change that profile. So here's the thing. If you've got this one profile, right? But you can set up, attached to your profile, you can set up a whole bunch of different company pages. In fact, I'm gonna sit here. You know on Facebook how you can have your profile page and you can attach some business pages to that profile page?
Yes.
Well, it's a similar kind of thing here with LinkedIn. You can have your one profile page and then you can attach a company page, they call it, on LinkedIn for free to that profile page. And so then what you do is you do all your marketing, your main marketing through that company profile page. Because you can attach that. So if you're using Sprout Social, for instance, you can attach that company profile to Sprout Social and it automatically post for you what's going out through all your other social media platforms. You've got all these different platforms and they're all they're sending the message out for you.
Yes, I just wanted to get clarity on that because the clients or the people on my LinkedIn now is definitely not my perfect customer.
Yeah, you have to really work on your ideal customers. Make sure that you don't connect with people in the first place who are so you if you are in our business with our community, you don't want to connect with a software engineer. They're totally
Yeah.
opposite things people to connect with, right? But you might want to connect with a bus driver or a trucker because those guys are looking. I've been in so many different network marketing groups where they've had truckers because they sit for like 16 hours a day sometimes or more. They drive and they have back problems and from sitting so much. It's really hard on them.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
anyway, that's just a thought. Another really great group another great group to attend instead of attack to attend is and to explore are Uber drivers and those kinds of drivers. Yeah, because they're always looking.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, J Mart.
Hi, Christine.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my God, you're the best, Christine. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So a quick question. Now when I promote, am I allowed to say legacy builder on here?
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Okay. When I promote my business, is it okay to promote like when I do my TikTok videos or other, is it okay to put this on LinkedIn platform or is that a big no-no as well?
Oh no. Here's the thing. If you can use I've been experimenting a little bit with CapCut because you have to remove the watermark on your videos. You can try using your videos on other platforms, but the other platforms don't want TikTok videos on them. And you could lose your account if you use a video from TikTok that has the TikTok watermark on it. You want to make sure you get rid of that. So I've been experimenting with CapCut, CapCut, and I sometimes I can get it to come off, and sometimes I can't get it to come off.
Right.
So I'm still working on it. I'm just working with YouTube to see if I can how to use that. Guys, I'm a boomer. I'm 75. I don't know tech.
Yeah, I actually do use CapCut. I also use InShot, INSHOT.
Oh,
That's another good one. InShot. That's a pretty good one too as well. And then I can tell you another one. Another good one is SnapTik, SNAPTIK.
oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yep. That's a good one. So I use those three. But I'm kind of like I'm all over the place sometimes. Like I'll use like my TikTok videos on YouTube as well. And I have done LinkedIn TikTok videos. So I'm glad you told me that because I haven't gotten any warnings or any of that. So I will stop doing that. But if I do that, I'll make sure to get rid of that watermark. I didn't realize that's a big no-no.
Yeah, I hear you. what I've been doing is I've been taking my TikTok videos and uploading them without the watermark onto my YouTube channel first. And then, once the watermark is gone and it's on the YouTube channel, then you can upload YouTube videos onto LinkedIn.
That's smart. I never thought, I would never thought of that. Oh, okay. See, I learned something new today. I appreciate that.
Well, it's great to have a bunch of people that can put their heads together, right?
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, you don't look a day over 75. I was gonna say mid 50s like me.
Oh, that's
So-
Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Christine. I
Oh, thank
appreciate
you.
it.
That's great. It's great to have you guys here with me today. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
And
you're
I
awesome.
will be
Thank you.
saving this. I'll be saving this and put it into the community as a replay. And
Okay.
and I also will post it in LinkedIn for the replay so people can get hold of it. And that's another thing. If you are not directly connected to me and to be able to sign up and get on my list in the in the LinkedIn Live events. So once you're on my LinkedIn Live event list, then I can send you a direct email through my LinkedIn Live event list to remind you and to give you links to get into my LinkedIn Lives. But if you're a second or third or more connection and you don't connect with me, I can't send you a message the LinkedIn won't let me send you a message.
Oh, okay. Oh, one other thing. I forgot what I was gonna ask. Oh yeah. Should I, because I don't have a whole lot of following, or I guess like on LinkedIn now. Should I stay at the free or should I upgrade to the premium? Because I don't know what the advantage of having the premium LinkedIn is.
Okay, you don't need to be on the paid platform unless you are a trainer like me. I had to upgrade to just a paid business platform because the live events only allow you to do free events. I think it's 10 free events, and then you have to start paying. And
Oh,
I'd like to do LinkedIn Lives on a regular basis because they're absolutely fabulous. You
okay.
get
Awesome.
people on a list, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
so don't pay for it till you get to the thousands.
Right. All right. All right. Thank you, Christine.
Okay. Okay, any more questions? I'm gonna call it quits and we're gonna upload this video and save it for a replay for you guys. Thank you for all your contributions. Thanks, Vineet.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
You can lower your hand now, J Mart.
What time is your Monday group?
Oh, it's if you're on my team, it's free. But if you're not on my team, it's $47 a month.
Okay.
So if you want to be on the paid team, you're welcome to come. I had to do that because it's not fair to my team to have people come from other teams to come to the meetings.
Fair enough. And you have other things. I think I sent you a thing to set up my profile. You
Mhm.
can do that too.
Yes,
Okay.
I do that for hire.
Okay.
So just get hold of me. You can get hold of me through the messaging system in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feel free to reach out and join me, connect with me. Okay, we're going. 1, 2, 3, we're gone.